struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. The art of losing less. Now, what do I mean by that? I've always tried to find a video on YouTube, guys, even on the internet, where, you know, obviously you've heard the saying lose less, win big. Now, what does it mean by that? I used to think it means risking 1%. Now, obviously this is for Euro USD, a currency pair I do trade alongside GJ, and also I don't trade gold, my students do in the mentorship. Now, I used to think it was risking 1%, and obviously if I've got aiming for a 1 to 6, I'm winning big, right? I'm going to lose if I lose the 1%, I'm losing less compared to how much I'm winning. Now, eventually, you know, I came across some fantastic books. Obviously, even if you go on Google, right? Let's start with Google. What do we see on Google? How to manage risk in trading. Now, this is what sets you apart. No matter what strategy you're basically using, and if you're using a strategy with a good edge. So if we start with, right, okay, start with the images. Now look at this. It doesn't really show anything clear, right? Not much clarity. Doesn't really show how to manage risk. Very basic. Now, I read a lot of trading books, and I've got this one here, the Ultimate Trading Risk Management Guide. Pretty basic. I mean, it is decent. I've definitely got this one, Trading in the Zone. Read it about 3 times. Highly recommended. And I've also purchased this one from eBay, and I am going to be reading through this, and I'll be checking how this one is, risk management in trading. I highly recommend doing research on this as well, guys. I speak about this in the mentorship as well. So definitely, you know, I mean, if I show you guys here, risk management, we've got a different section made for this. We're up to about 460 members, growing super fast. This is something, you know, highly I emphasize on. Now, if I go back to the you know, topic, risk management is a key player, and I'll tell you why. And I'm going to be showing you different techniques how to implement this. Suppose, actually, you know what, before I go into this, and I'll be showing, okay, so imagine, you know, 1 2 3, this is one loss here, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 trades taken. 6 trades taken. Now everyone knows, if you've been following my content, I normally break down like the break and retest strategy, normally draw my zones, key levels, whatever you want to call it, supply and demand, support and resistance, and then I go into my obviously entries and all that. But I want to speak on a different topic, how to manage risk but while you're in a live trade. This video is based on while you're in a live trade, how do you manage risk, how do you, so okay, normally this is what I used to do, right? Take a trade, I take my trade, and I'll be like, okay, you know, while the trade's going up, if it hits my stop loss, it is what it is, and if it hits my TP, it is what it is, and move on to the next. Now, if you run into, you know, series of 3-4 losses, okay, now I need a 1 to 4 risk to reward, you know, to make those. So let's do this. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's break this down. Draw this here. Let's just say I've got a 100k account, doing this live, fresh in front of you guys. Let's say I got a 100k account, putting that down here. I'm risking 1% per trade. Let's make 1% per trade. Change the color this to green, and I'll put this down here. And what I'm going to do, guys, is this is how a prop firm normally does, right? Risky 1% per trade. If we hit 10% drawdown, we're out, simply to put it, right? So 10% minus, and we're out. Now check this out, guys. If we hit 8%, pretty much, which is pretty much standard now, 8%, we pass phase 1. 8% on this side. Now imagine we have a losing streak of 4 trades. Example, it's possible, of course it is. 4 trades. Now for me to make it even, I need to hit a 1 to 4 RR. Now imagine you're trading like an SMC or a, which is typically 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. This is, it's like a, you know, you know the way a dog just runs after his tail? I mean, there's a saying, I can't remember exactly how you say it. It's going to run in circles. That's the way I look at it. You know, it's a headache, it's frustrating, it's depressing. Now what if I told you a way that if you can aim for a, you know, what if I told you a way to cover those 4 losses, all you need is a 1 to 2 R. Imagine this. Let me just change the text. So you're doing less work but bigger result. Now how? And I'll tell you this. I'm going to show you different techniques. So I'm going to go into this. Let's keep it nice and simple, guys. So method 1, and this is why back testing is super important. because it's all about data, right? You gotta have your data. So method 1, we're showing you 3 methods. Don't know why this is not picking it up. And what we'll do is change the color of the text, and lastly clone. Can't be bothered just, you know, doing method 2, method 3. I can't be bothered changing the number, so it's method 1, method 2, method 3, right? Okay, method 1. So what I just went through, what do you notice about these trades on the break and retest that I've taken? Even the losing trade, what do you notice about these trades, guys? This one seems to be further up here. What do you notice? Shall I tell you something? None of the trades, when they turn profitable, they ever, well, majority, they never went into drawdown. Don't know why that one's there. Delete that one. Put this one here. Actually, no, that's incorrect. That was the wrong one, sorry. This one is the incorrect one. Okay. None of the trades went into drawdown. So what does that tell you instantly what to do? Yeah, what it tells me is, every time you take a trade, guys, 1% risk, move your stop loss to half every time. Just create a limit order on this. Well, not a limit order, because obviously you want to, you know, use market execution when you take in the entry, and then just move your stop loss to. But why I said limit order was, once you know you got your entry, limit order gives you less slippage as well. So you move it to, you know, half. In this case, this would hit your stop loss, but it's okay. I was risking 1%, but I lost half. How powerful is that? In this case, where we lose the trade, as soon as I took the entry, 1% risk, I moved my stop loss to half, and this is what I do. I apply this, and if I lose the trade, I lose half, and if I win the trade, so look at this, I lose 0.5%, but if I aim for a 1 to 4 or a 1 to 6, I get the full 4% or 6%. So that's crazy. So what does that mean? What it means is, I can lose. Now I get this from back tested data, right? I know on average how many pips to use for my Euro USD and GJ on average. So if I even lose 8 trades in a row, because they were 0.5% each, that was 8% in total. I'm sorry, 4% in total. And because I'm still risking 1% per trade, I only need a 1 to 4 risk to reward to break even. How insane is that? Now that's method 1. Method 2, guys, actually what I'll do is I will sort the numbers out. Method 2 is basically this. Soon as your trade turns profitable, what do you do? Put your trade to break even. In this case, put it to break even. If it hits your stop loss, it hits it. What there's a saying that the best trades turn profitable instantly, and the bad trades turn, you know, hit and go into drawdown instantly. Soon, but what do I mean by this? Don't turn it to break even, guys, soon as you know. Not instantly as in do it straight away. Let it go to like a 1 to 1 or a 1 to 2. So what I mean by this is, so you need to take the entry, put your stop loss to 0.5%, remove half of the risk. Once it's at 1 to 2 or a 1 to 1, 1 to 2, put it to break even, keep it there. If it comes back, let it hit it. It does not matter, right? So that's the break even technique. Now the third technique, guys, is also very simple. The third technique is, what you can do is trail your stop loss, right? If I'm in a live trade, trailing to your stop loss basically means, so if the price moves further up here, I'm also moving my stop loss there as well, and then I'll even if the price turns against me and hits my stop loss, I've still gained this profit here that was originally, you know, that was added. Well, the price that was in my favor, I was added to the pips that I added into my basket, if you want to call it, you know, and you know, into the bag, and yeah, I still take that home. So super simple, guys, super simple. Now these different techniques, guys, I used to look for videos like this telling me, it's not all, you know, we always think about, oh yeah, you know, I've got a 1 to 13. I mean, look at this. Okay, let's look at this one for example. My, you know, example 1 to 7 here. Now this trade would be a loser if I was gonna half it. I lose the trade, right? Because of this wick here. If I just yeah, I get wicked out, I lose the trade. So good, I don't care. Why? Because the day earlier, look at the opportunity that was given, I lose 0.5%. But if I look at this full one here, I get a 1 to 10. But if I lose the trade, I lose half. And let me see if I'm looking at this, I'm sure there's going to be definitely another chance to maybe get in as well. Let's see what levels. Just looking at the line, I'm just going to quickly draw this out there. Let's see what opportunity. I mean, here, look at this. Support was established. We got the breakout here. Let's look at this. Rejection. I can refine this even to a smaller time frame. If I refine this, I'm sure I'll get some kind of entry again, re-entry. Get the breakout. This is a bearish weak candle, and this is an evening star formed, and then a low volume bullish candle here, I mean this, so where would he enter from? Okay, we got the breakout. This was the breakout, remember? Price comes up. Now here's the retesting here. We've got an evening star pattern formed here, bullish. Then here long wick rejection, bullish as well, weak bullish candle. Then the next candle is bearish. And then obviously look at this, candles are failing to close below the key, above the key level. You could take your entry pretty much here, and then you just, again, did you see that though? Look what, if you, I don't know if you've realized, again, you can just move your stop loss to half. So one moment, let me just bring it back here like this. I mean, look at this, go to a smaller time frame. Again, put your stop loss. I mean, this was meant to be the original size. Just put it to half. Simple as. Now some of my students, they're using the full risk, you know, the full 1%, utilize the full pips. I've started to use half. I remove half of my risk always. I've just built over the years, built the psychology. I can take it if I even get a few more losses. Overall, I know it's gonna play on my favor. These are just the different things I'm showing in the mentorship, guys. It's not just having the big risk to rewards and the good psychology and all that. It's about having you manage risk in a live trade as well. That's the skills, right? That's where the skills is. So yeah, the link's in the video description if you want to join that as well. Come hit me up if you want one-to-one mentoring, group sessions, live trades together as well. So that's something, you know, if you are interested. I'm not taking on total beginners, you know. I'm a trader, not a teacher or a babysitter. So you need to have some kind of experience, but still though, there's still a vetting process. I don't take on everyone, it's limited space. So I mean, super simple, guys, super simple. Let's even look at for other examples, right? Let me go, let's see what else is showing. I've got a few examples drawn here. Let's see, let's go to a small time frame. I've got all these lines here, right? It's I'm used to this. I normally just leave my lines. I use it as journaling, as back tested data, as forward tested data. This is consolidation on Friday 5th, obviously NFP. Obviously consolidation continued. Now look at this. This was a trade, right? The first trade, I lost a trade, and then I got the opportunity to get in at this stage, right? Don't know why this is at 3 pips, should be around 4. Now look at this, guys. The entry I believe is around here. Now even if I reduce it to half, now this trade here, guys, it was the one trade, right? I only lost 0.5%. Here I risked 1 full percent, but I removed half my risk. I was able to catch a 1 to 4. The reason they're saying 1 to 8 because I just reduced it to half, but it was a 1 to 4. And I mean, if you look at it, guys, well, this, just one moment, this is wrong. It shouldn't be going over to the Asian session. If I put it around, yeah, this is how it was, a 1 to 4, but then I just moved half. So this is just one way of managing risk. This was another day, on Thursday, caught in, this was a juicy one, 1 to 9, but I didn't catch a 1 to 9. I believe this was a 1 to 5 if I remember. Yeah, it was a 1 to 5 that I caught. Consolidation started later on, so it's okay. Seen an opportunity and just got in, and I removed half of my risk. So even if I lost it, I was utilizing 1%, but if I lost the trade, I would have lost 0.5%. How powerful is that? How normally I do. Now you're seeing all these lines here. I normally keep all my charts clean. This is just something I always go back at. I use this for journaling as well. I journal on Microsoft Excel and TraderZella, but you know, I just keep everything here. This is not, now this what you're seeing here, this is not my actual break and retest strategy. Just want to clarify that. Excuse me, the one I showed to my students is different. It was the break and retest, but it is different. Now I mean, but do you see how the simplicity of it, guys? This is just a method of risk management. There's other ways to manage risk as well. There's obviously, but I just go with into more detail in my mentorship. But yeah, if you found value from this, guys, hit that like, subscribe, share, comment. I reply to all my comments, and yeah, take care, and I'm out.